everybody, welcome to Critically Average Adventure, and this one that we like to call the Fragments. This is a D&D 5e campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends. Hello everybody. Hi, and hi. Welcome back. We had a week off. Been on a little bit of a retreat to the exotic place known as Birmingham.
I've taken a Hobbit to Isengard.
Yeah. Also met up with Matt just briefly beforehand, and we played some multiple board games and stuff at our house in here, in the flesh, in the.
And we had
squishy meat bodies,
and ice cream.
Oh my god! And the biggest chips.
Oh, they were awesome chips.
Oh, I should put it in the group. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure it was a jacket potato they just cut into four.
Yeah. I'm gonna get one of them chips.
That was the thing. It was like having 4 jacket potatoes.
So you didn't send me the picture of the chips. You still on your phone. No, that's not on your phone.
They were the bean's head. Yeah,
they were big. Look, the last picture I've got is a child passed out like a drunk.
I've just got your text saying beef burgers, chips, beans.
Yeah, I know, great, isn't it? That's modern technology for you. Yeah. So when we last saw our protagonists in this adventure, they had
pudding person.
They had got wrapped up in some sort of intrigue within the city of Morden South. They had. Should we start from the top? They had rescued the king.
Yay.
From a dark spirit that lived in his sleep of some sort. They had then tried to find out the bad stuff, what was going on with the city. They had discovered orcs pretending to be drow. They had discovered undercity worms. They discovered the horrible bird person, the white dove. Tacturn wasn't really the bird. He was an orc of Jackson's tribe.
You said horrible bird person, and my brain automatically went, Charlie isn't horrible.
Harsh.
Harsh.
Charlie isn't horrible.
That's really harsh. Then they had agreed. Then they found out there was a lot of links to like the merchant guilds and things like that. They decided to try and meet up with Lady Umbra, who also was a collaborator.
Just wanted to chat.
Her spies and her the syndicate that runs thick within these traders and things had. Do you mind, Doc? Seriously,
it's amazing. Just sat there.
He's completely ignoring me, so I'm doing the same to him.
Can you go on the bed or something, man? Because your head's just massive. Go to your bed.
Today is sponsored by Dog.
Go to your bed. Boop, 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 bed. I'll try and continue with him just looking at me. When meeting with Lady Umbra, you discovered that it wasn't just one, it wasn't just two, it was 3 Umbras. And they're unseen helpers that
unseen helpers
to annoy you and try and rescue them from their fates.
That was the toughest fight I've ever had.
Eventually popping them into magical cells where you thought they would be protected and unable to do stuff. You also, bringing them to the castle, came across Archibald Thacklebrow, who you then decided to question, and he turned out to be a pudding. Full of
a pudding person.
A pudding person. He was gelatinous and
pulverized pudding person.
And it erupted into a mass of tentacles and
teeth.
And began to mess with Jax and Killian, whilst Erwin was trying to protect the cells.
And battling an invisible thing.
Went surprisingly well.
Yeah, and then eventually what happened is Erwin broke one of the cells by jamming something into it.
Snapping the pick lock.
Into the getting congratulations from Everyone-
I'm not so keen on those congratulations, but I want to keep it to myself. And I was like, congratulations! I don't feel good about that.
From everyone's favourite mad scientist, Ilan Marcel.
Killian is
I may have plans to release
got
them
an
at some point.
understanding with Ilan, but me personally, bloody love that man.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah,
isn't he?
you do. You're
Bloody
very
love
weird.
Ilan.
You're very weird. It's true.
And the plans were being made. You had long rested. You had recovered yourself. The
God.
cell being protected by firmer, stronger, more powerful. Jesus, look at this. Get down. Get down. You're not stuck. Come on. Clear off. Get off. Like, go
Tonight
on.
on Extreme GMing, can this man do his job while dog
Oh.
attacks?
Don't you dare!
Can this man GM? No, is
Popeye.
the answer.
Don't.
So I think there's probably a kind of breakfast situation that we need to have with the mama or with the
Don't.
oost bed. Go on.
Get on your bed. He looked at the camera as if to go, I'm going to have that over.
Get on there.
Bed, Popeye.
I suddenly realised if that camera's up, things go not my way. The camera's gone.
He's not gonna do it.
Scheming
Hold on.
animals.
Popeye, Toby.
So yes, there's probably a waking up, a breakfast situation for you to discuss your plans going forward. What you had originally booked, what was in place, was to go and meet Feathers or Rita, to travel
Yes.
to travel to Fuzja,
Mhm.
Yeah.
to maybe drop off baby Owlbear.
Roughly when in the day are we meant to be meeting Rita?
It was first thing, dawn.
Oh, shit.
Well, we can have a chat with her and say stuff's come up. We're hag hunting for the king and pudding people hunting. Because are we checking out the rest of the gaggle of guildy people?
Are we saying this is happening around a table, like sort of a breakfast meeting? Like you,
Fine.
I think that's a good idea. Like everyone kind of comes together in one of the sort of posher areas of the castle, near the kitchen, obviously close to the kitchen as possible for you, Killian. I'm sorry, you're dining and consuming and so Jackson says what Jackson just said. Are we going to take to the pudding people?
Because we should probably go and have a chat with the king about his pudding people problem.
Certainly. I completely agree. I have kind of a plan, actually.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear it.
Sleeping on it, if you will. But it will require a few things to be set up before it can actually be fully enacted. We will need a writ or some form of royal seal to say that we can do this officially on his behalf. We will need to invite the guild masters to a place that looks official, that has a door that we can lock. And we will need a few more bodies just in case there's more than one extra pudding person inside.
People, you don't need it to lock because they can't cope with push and pulls.
Let's not push our luck. And also a few more guards. I feel.
phone.
Unplug it. I'm just going to unplug it. It's
And
causing
you
havoc.
were moaning at me. It was your phone making that
no, no.
noise.
So
Sorry about that.
we get them in a room. We inform them of why they're here. I'll make something up. We tell them that the king values their opinion, values their services. We tell them that we understand that they try desperately to help the king. It's lies, of course. Then we will let them know that it seems that your valiant efforts were thwarted by enemies within. We will then show them the skin suit of of Taco Bell, and then say that we are here to see that amongst your persons that no one here is also some form of doppelganger. We will then inform them that we will be testing them.
By testing, does it mean
Gently
poking,
massaging and possibly licking, you know, kidding, your thing.
poking and licking?
I'm going to basically, at this point, allow you to go amongst them and test.
You want them all together in case a lot of
Yes.
them are.
Because I don't want any one of them running away. I'd like them all there.
Sorry, go ahead, Jackson. Sorry.
Why don't you get them all in a room and then take one off to test each on their own? What we don't
I want witnesses. I also want guards on standby just in case all of them are slimy pudding people, because then that could be a little bit too much for us.
Can't we just like sort of as they turn up, we can test them by like doing that handshaky thing?
I want it. It has multiple parts. This has multiple parts. It's letting them know that the king recognizes that they're there, that they should be paying more attention. They're going to see through the false niceties. They're going to read into it what they're meant to read into it. That is that the king has noticed them. And that the king is very much awake and back in charge.
What did the tentacle thing act? What was it? Because I've never seen. Well, no, not true.
I don't know. I only saw the pudding. I saw the slop on the floor. You dragged towards me.
I've seen something like that before, which was the pre-scrotum guy back in Esterland.
No, I don't think any person was called Scrotum. Let's be honest here.
That was his name.
Priest Scrotum, really?
Yeah. Like
it was Scroman.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
But like I've never come across a creature like that. So is he like a
doppelganger?
Well, no, because I met one of them.
Oh, all right. Okay, technically I met one of them.
It's not like him, but is he like
Jim is blue. Jim is blue.
But is this thing like, I don't know, a devil or a demon or a spirit or something? Does it come from somewhere else?
You're asking the wrong person.
You know who we could ask.
Well, I was asking you.
No, as a GM or as Charles?
As
Charles?
Oh, okay.
I love how he asked that in Charles's voice, and then when you said Charles, he went back to DM voice.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Love that.
Charles hasn't got a flipping
Nil
Scooby.
Like back at home, like our shaman could like tell if things came from other places.
I can tell you it came from somewhere else, probably in the stars.
Let's see what he's got prepared today, shall we, Charlie?
No, they had like magic that would like sort of they would like tell them that thing
detect good and evil.
Good.
Something like that, you mean?
I don't know. They did something.
Let's have a little look.
I didn't train with the shaman.
Did they just make things up?
Spells.
Well, they did like impressive looking magical stuff.
So they cast a few raise spells, then told you whatever they wanted to.
Charlie is set for full-on combat today.
Good for him. Probably a good idea. You can always drop for healing.
Yeah, he's got some heals, but he hasn't got anything prepared at the moment. I could possibly work on something tomorrow, Jackson, to figure it out. But we're meeting with an animal expert today.
So should we take like the remains of?
I'm not carting that thing through town.
Well,
there are lots of people out there. We don't want to be
hey, they
advertising.
don't know Knucklebrow is dead.
Exactly. That's not.
So,
oh no!
I have an idea. I've got a plan. Do we have any more charges on our necklaces?
Yeah, there is one.
Oh, I want to hear more of this plan before we start putting it into action, Jackson.
We wander around town and Stacklebrow, and everyone that does the lippy thing, we grab.
We'll
We
probably
still
get
got-
about 3 people before someone else notices and just goes, "Oh, that's not right."
Or do you know any people skilled like you that could like track and follow them? So we actually just ID them and then follow them. And when we can pick them, once we've like got them all in a list, we
I
can then
think
grab them
you
all at the same
misunderstand.
time.
I'm not part of a thieves guild. I used to fight the thieves guild. So yes, I know lots of people who could track them would probably want to kill me.
Do you reckon they'd want the job?
I'd reckon you could probably hire them, and I could probably point you to the right tavern to get someone. And considering you're an orc, they would probably not suspect you. I wouldn't say your name is Jackson, though. You're a bit famous.
Well, I was thinking more they could get a job for the king, and like maybe he wouldn't like arrest them or chop off their hands or whatever he does to thieves.
They're not going to believe that, because that sounds too good to be true. And thieves are wary of too good to be true. That's how you get caught.
It's just what, but I was
No, it's a
thinking,
good.
we
Yeah,
can
sure,
mop up
go
and,
ahead.
like,
You
get
might
people
find
on the
somebody,
lippy
but, you know.
people.
You probably want trackers more than thieves.
Well, they surely can like sort of sneak through towns and not get seen.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Because I'm definitely
That's
better.
not the same as tracking. That's just being sneaky.
But yeah, so they can like sort of, you know, follow us around being sneaky and then like go off and follow the people that lip tap. And then they can collect all our lip tappers and we can like scoop them up in one, test them for puddingness, and then we're good.
Do you know what could be work? What could work? Though I don't think the king or even or anybody will go for. If you give them you need to find out where they live, and once we've arrested them, you can loot the house. Give them a cash incentive. They'll go for that.
Okay.
That's not going to be a hard sell, though.
Do you think maybe we should, before we enact a plan that's going to need a royal decree of some sort, do you think we should go and speak to the king himself?
My plan or Jackson's plans will both require some form of, we could do without it, but if it goes wrong, we could be breaking the law. Call me old
But you
fashioned.
didn't want anything.
Of course,
Called me old fashioned, but if we're going to do something against the guilds, the second most powerful group in the city, and I do have friends here I want to keep alive and not starve or have their house repossessed or whatever, I kind of want to have some sort of official backing. Call me old fashioned.
But aren't we meant to go meet Feathers first thing this morning?
We should do that. If nothing else, to tell them we might be a bit delayed. But I'm ready.
How about we go meet Feathers? We don't take a slice of pudding with us. But we do tell
Why
them
don't
that
we
we've
bring Feathers back to the pudding?
exactly what I was thinking, Jackson. We could tell them that we've discovered something new, something that we could not identify, and
Ask for their help.
to some sort of anthropologist. That must be fascinating.
is that right? Anthropologist? I said anthropologist. Animal?
Zoology.
Zoology.
Zoologist. That would be fascinating.
At this point, probably cryptozoology.
The other thing is we didn't work out what the greenish skin bag, which has got something in, has in it.
Do you mean that little pouch thing that screamed when I opened it?
That was the elf skin one.
Oh yeah, the
The
other
one.
skin. Yes, the other skin. The human.
We have an elf and I'm assuming an orc.
Nah.
Well, it could be goblin,
Nah.
but we've got one with stuff in there, so we don't know what happens when we open it.
Would
We
you
get
like
another
me to take a look, Jackson? I can maybe have a look at that sack.
perhaps without opening it? I don't want another invisible stalker, creature, thief thing that I have to fight.
Um,
Can you not tell Jackson that you want to have a look at his sack, please?
Killian, I didn't know you were so prudish.
Well, the bag, Killian. The one that screamed. I mean,
I try to keep a safe place to look.
Well, the other one, I want to look at the empty one. 'Cause then if we get more of these invisible things turn up and try and kill Erwin, maybe we can catch it in the bag.
And it's always me. Don't find anyone else. It's always me.
You need to be scarier.
I'd have
I'm
a
2
look.
foot tall. How can I get me scarier?
I can teach you to become big.
Go on.
Like I do.
Okay, I'm game. That sounds great. Let's do that. Later though, feathers.
some sort of training montage now, like dink, 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 dink.
We also need like 3 levels, but you know.
Yeah.
It was just
Training montage. 6 months later.
and then my brain popped into like, you like the vampire thing.
Charles will have a look at the one that is still filled. The one that isn't filled.
Give him a kid's Halloween costume.
Charlie has rolled an Arcana check
Oh my god.
and has a 15.
That's not too bad.
He looks at the item in question, and it is magical, obviously. Normally screams aren't kept in bags, they're normally kept in lungs.
Really?
Biology
101.
He
Excuse me.
he says previously he did get an amazing roll with the covens, if we remember.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I know. And so these kind of combined, I think you're probably going to discern the nature of this this object, and it is a.
They're my dice. You're not eating my dice.
I'll tell you what it is.
No, you're not. I don't care how pretty you look. You're not eating my dice. Okay. No.
It is.
That's what it is.
It is a soul bag.
It's my dice. That's all.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Is a device that those hags use.
To capture someone's soul.
They have the ability to bring nightmares to somebody. And if someone dies from the affliction of their nightmare, then their soul will be trapped inside the bag.
And the original soul, I assume, gets to go free.
The bag can only be filled once empty. One soul, one bag.
But what? So.
Go away.
Oh, he just drilled
What
on
happens
him.
when you open it up?
If one is to open the bag, it releases the soul.
Which means what?
I mean,
Friday.
free to go away or free to hunt? Because one is scarier than the other.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm going to open the green bag and say in Orcish, go to Grubbish.
You hear kind of you open it up, and then you hear a kind of like a roar, but if it was at the other end of like a telephone.
Oh, by this way, at this point, I am probably in a cupboard.
And the thing opens up, and out a faint wisp of air or smoke or spirit, something leaves the bag, and then the bag kind of then has no internal weight anymore.
I will add, in August, unless you want to go and find Lady Umbra and give her a bit of a kicking before you do.
Make a religion check.
I am glad I can't speak Orcish because that is like an actually evil act. They torture people. The spirit tortures people to death. Go on. I mean, yeah, evil person versus honor evil person. Don't get an evil act.
Just sort of see how in tune you are with this spiritual.
It bounced from a 20 to a 14 to a 6.
Hey, that's actually Ray Jackson.
Jackson
Chambers,
thinks that he has sent this individual off to Grimish with, the best
Proviso.
sort of pat on the back. He's done the right thing. You said all the right words or enough words in Orcish that with a shaman would, and they were on their merry way to Grimish.
Or to find Lady Umbra and give her a bit of a kicking. Either works.
I love that. I love that.
Croissant crumbs are brushed from the laps, and
I emerge from my cupboard, having not been attacked.
Yeah.
What?
I
Wait,
wonder
stop.
what you're up to, Captain Crisps. Over here. Are you making your way to Feathers? Is that the plan?
I am letting them lead me to Feathers. This is not somebody I've had much of a interaction with, so it's kind of new to me.
You found her.
I know, but doesn't mean I have much interaction with her.
As much as any of us. As much as any of us did.
Fair. I had no arrange.
So towards the edge of the town, on the southern gate, there is kind of like a wide.
I thought she was meant because we were going to show her our figure on the inside wagon.
Our TARDIS wagon.
They also have their own transport though that they must take back at the same time. So they are maybe in that area, awaiting your arrival. Their dress is as elaborate as ever. The feathers and adornments that drape from them are wild and varied. And they see, hello, welcome. We can move. Hello. Yes. Good morning, friends.
We may have found stuff that you might be able to identify for us.
What is this?
An exotic cryptid, but we need your identificational skills.
It's up at the palace.
Oh, my expertise.
Mm.
Well, then. Really, we don't know much of each other, but I'm very glad that you decided that I am the one that you would like me to come and have a look.
Excellent. Glad you said that. Shall we?
Yes, the animals. I'll just put them in the.
And bring them with. We can put them with Lily and Reuben.
Oh, I've been with. Oh, very well. Okay, come on, Sebastian.
How many animals are coming? I can just see it's like Noah's Ark sort of stampede.
No, this is a supply run.
Yeah, I know.
So there is what appears to be it's like a hard shell, kind of very stocky thing that kind of just marches quite slowly, great amount of strength, and starts kind of walking up the main drag. It's a slow process, but the amount of weight that this individual carries on the back.
Work out what it is, or have I come across one before?
You probably might have. You can make this check with. Have you ever been when you came here, Jax? Did you traverse anywhere near the desert? Or did you come? Did you come via the? How did you get to where you were the other side? That's what we probably need to work out.
We came across over the top and then down the big main continent. Because I came across into the islands of the Beacon Islands.
Oh yeah, on the top there. Okay, and then down. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you would have probably seen. You can roll this with advantage.
Nature, I'm assuming.
Yes, please, a nature. Yes.
19?
Do that.
It was good because you gave me advantage, because otherwise it'd have been 5.
Yeah. You think it's a bula,
Okay.
which is a sometimes subterranean creature,
Land dragon.
sometimes
A land
referred to as a
shark.
land shark.
Oh,
Oh, it's that thing I found.
But this one appears to be, as you look closer, Jax, this one has like one of its eyes isn't there, and it appears to be slightly repaired in places. Like you can see where the shell has been knitted almost together with other things, and like there's patched. This is a reformed
patchwork creature.
yeah, a reformed, a rehabilitated critter.
Who? Elmer the elephant. Was that the patchwork elephant?
Elmer was the patchwork elephant.
There you
Yes.
go. It's like a patchwork.
Sometimes liked to trick the other elephants by painting itself a normal color.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
So it's like a patchwork land shark.
Patchwork land shark. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
This one looks slightly different to what you've seen. It is the skin is slightly grayer, toned more to this environment. You think, rather than ones you've seen before, which are kind of earthen colours to camouflage in with the ground. You think this one might be similarly kind of adapted for a more frosty climate.
You're like land sharks had like a tough time of it.
Yes, one of the many creatures that we have helped back to a modicum of health. The work we do, at Fujar is quite incredible.
Don't they try and eat the other creatures?
At first, yes, they can be difficult to domesticate.
Toby, head down.
So,
Where would you like to go?
yeah. Drug up to the palace.
Yeah, up to the palace. Bula is stowed. Sebastian is stowed away safely, and
What was the other
Piece of-
creature?
there's just the one. Bula.
Oh, I thought you said there was two.
No, just one.
Okay.
Bula, a stocky, great big thing like pulling the cart slowly, surely, but
Okay.
it's not meant for speed in the city. I don't think it's designed for here. It is not the way it behaves here. Up to the thing, you're taking them to the
Water cells, I'm assuming, where we
the cells where you kept the remnants of this thing. Okay.
This pudding person.
Let's see what they make of the pudding. No, they have no idea.
Okay. By the way, did anyone actually go through his pockets?
No.
No.
guess we could find his clothes. They're
My
around
clothes and
somewhere.
stuff are on.
No, he didn't have clothes. They literally were part of the whole thing. He was literally actually weirdly naked because the whole thing didn't have clothes. The clothes were part of the skin.
But surely they're pockets.
Yeah, but there may not be pockets you can put anything in. Oh yeah, I'll go poke the skin suit and see if I can't peel up the
Please
pocket.
make an investigation check of the skin
Don't
suit
want
pockets.
to.
I will
Getting
help.
so bad.
I will help.
Assist.
So you can have
An
advantage.
assist.
Okay, cool. I can't find it. Where's it gone? Here it is.
Oh, what's it
With
called?
advantage, rolling, and we get ourselves a not insignificant
I just
18.
remember the person. An 18. So with an 18, you search through. You find in these kind of. It's so strange as you
Skin
touch it. It
pouches.
looks like it should be like Hessian, but it
Mm.
feels like flesh that's been knitted into Hessian.
Oh, I needs to get me some of that.
What?
We've got a whole suit of it.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
It's very, very good for the environment.
Oh,
It's very compostable.
So is Hessian. Because it's
Do you
just the
think-
flax.
this stuff could actually hold the crystal.
We've got it in the bowl.
Yeah, I know, but do you think it could?
Okay.
My
Can I cut a bit of it off?
no.
What?
Killian, you
Well,
can
you cut the hands off and you've got a pair of gloves.
Oh God, no.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I'll do that.
cut the
How
hands.
are you, a Dragon Ball, going to wear those? Your claws are going to go through it.
Yeah,
It's a
you
human
got, like,
hand.
three
These giant meat,
fingers.
scaly meat things are doom.
You're gonna like wedge, like
Oh,
you'll have
don't-
one.
don't.
You're gonna have one floppy finger in between these two.
It's the way you're gonna wedge it off. Like, where are you going? With
No, well,
this?
you're gonna have like these two round into the little finger. Then you're gonna have the two middle fingers hanging down. This into the first finger, and this in the thumb, and it's just gonna be like hi, and these two are gonna dangle and just
I
like.
got a question, genuine question here, which is a creepy question, but how flexible and solid does this skin feel? Are we talking like weird rubber suit, or are we talking like snake with peeled skin, very fine?
It's
So-
it's rubbery, almost like a latex, I guess, is the kind of closest
Yeah.
thing you could describe it.
Yeah,
But
skin tight latex suit sort of thing going on.
yeah, like a morph suit maybe, but
Yeah.
not as elastic as a morph suit might
Yeah.
be. It's
Not a Stretch Armstrong.
it's like the Wetter Workshop kind of
Yeah, I get it.
critters.
Critter suit. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Can you get a pair of?
I don't want his hands, no, but I would like some of this flesh
You're
thing.
gonna harvest some.
Can you please not cut anything that's visible, so at the back or something like that?
Why?
Just in case, because if we want to go through with the whole show it to the other guild members, I don't want a couple of squares cut out of his chest. We can't cover it up. It's the skin
would
suit
be
is the skin
very-
suit.
Like, where his heart would be cut out.
It's just like couple of squares, patches.
Let
thing.
it burst
not- it
out.
wouldn't even
Killian,
be
how good are
neat.
you with a needle and thread?
It wouldn't even be neat. It would just be like,
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine you just ripping and ripping and ripping and done.
Does anybody have anything like tar? Or access to tar?
Yes, loads. I mean, it's one of the best roofing materials. So yeah, we get loads of it.
Is there a way we can reseal where the creature came out?
why?
Well, when we present the skin suit,
Yes.
why don't we have it as
Inflated.
it was? We inflate it.
Didn't think of that.
Why
Then
don't we
I
just
can see the
bomb
true.
a fill him full of porridge?
Huh. But when do I get my skin sack?
after we've presented the inflated skin
Okay.
suit.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, John.
Should we go and see the king?
Yes, yeah, let's. Oh, Feathers, we won't. We may be a little delayed. We may be a little delayed with the coming with you and helping out and other such things. Dealing with all this, we're dealing with finding more of these.
I must be on my way. The animals need the supplies.
Oh, of course. I do apologize. Well,
No trouble. I mean, you're most welcome to visit us any time.
when will you be back in town?
I have enough supplies for some time. There are some very sickly penguins at the moment.
So are
No.
you going to take Gilfy with you?
Sorry?
Are you going to take Gilfy with you?
Gilfy?
The owlbear.
The owlbear?
Baby owlbear we have. One we came to talk to you about.
This is Gilfy. Or Eggy. That's what I like to call it.
Oh, what a sweet little thing. It's growing quite well. You've been feeding rather well.
We took your advice on board and tried to get the diet right, but we're not experts, and we're just trying our best for her.
Well, let's have a little look, shall we? I'm going to make an animal handling check. That's cocked.
Get a one.
Oh dear. Gilfy bites their finger. Oh, a lively little one.
I'm
It's an owlbear, all right?
Can I try one and be like, bad Gilfy?
What, an animal handling?
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to do an animal handling and not touch it.
I'm going to be an animal no handling check.
I'm a handle. Nope. Oh, look out.
Gilfy is a bad Gilfy.
23. Damn.
Gilfy looks suitably told off. Like mumbles something under its feathers. Like knows that it's been bad, but kind of knows it should not bite strangers.
But it's so tasty.
Could I have just a moment?
Of course.
What's this, Gillian?
Oh, it's feeding.
I'm feeding
Gilfy.
Gilfy croissant.
Yeah, Gillian. Could I just have a moment, Gilfy?
Of course.
You see Charles walk to a corner and unstrap his kind of papoose.
Oh no.
In it.
I say, oh no. He's got attached to it.
Gilfy. Now, I want you to be a big girl, and you're getting a little bit too much for us to handle, and frankly, with the situation we've been in, you as a cub right now, I'm not going to be able to be the best man. You need to go with Rita here. Yes, little one. And you need to be strong. And you need to be well behaved. And we should come and see you very, very soon. As just be good.
And just cuddles little Gilfy, and there's a kind of weird purr coo type sound that comes out.
Fine, you can stay with us, love. Oh,
No. Owen, Jackson, you are right. The best place for Gilfy. We are putting this majestic creature to greater risk. It is young. It doesn't deserve the life that we might lead going forwards.
But it does deserve Mama's cooking.
Mama, I'll make sure she sends a care package.
Already sorted it.
and he then passes Gilfie wrapped up over to Feathers, and Feathers has kind of got it at arms. No, does the rugby ball thing, and goes, "Ooh, come on, little one, let's get you packed up," and they leave, and you could just see like Charlie's eyes are big, glossy, and like really, he's trying to hold back. He's trying to really, not well up too badly with the with the
yawned and there
parting.
was suddenly another person. I'm just,
I think to see here.
To the king, then it is.
yes.
To the king. To the king's chambers.
Charlie, you're very brave.
Can I find someone on the way to sort of say, if Lord Levin's not with the king, can you go and get him and bring him?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Basically, I'm going to grab, like, I don't care if it's a guard or sort of, basically someone on the way between here and the king, and say, we're on the way to the king, go and find Lord Levin and bring him there too.
You shall want to be here.
Sure. Not being funny, but the that room's starting to really smell.
Well, we're going to go and talk to the king. It's his room, and we might do something about it.
You warn us that we should bag that up?
Not yet.
All
I
right.
know, we'll clean it up ourselves.
But if you could find a bag of oats, that'd be great.
Oats. Okay. He
He
gets out like he's like meant to make him a Lord Levin.
Lord Levin to the king.
Lord Levin and
And
oats.
then a big bag of oats.
Yeah,
Lord Levin
like
oats, Lord Levin oats, Lord Levin oats, Lord
We're
Levin
talking
oats,
like,
Lord Levin
no.
oats,
15, 20 kilos of oats.
Lord Levin and oats, 15 kilos of Lord Levin oats.
No, not Lord Levin oats.
No, he's
15
lived somewhere
kilos
else.
of oats. And we need Lord Levin.
I've got it.
Okay, what do we need?
15 kilos of Lord Levin and oats.
15
Right.
kilos of Lord Lemon would be grim.
That would be disgusting. No. 15 kilos of oats
15 kilos of oats
and Lord Levin.
and Lord Levin. Make a persuasion check. No, like a charisma check to see how well you get this drilled into his head. I think just straight up charisma, because it's not really persuasion. You're just trying to, just. They're pretty thick.
They're pretty thick. Is understatement of the planet.
Oh
How much
yeah,
money?
yeah, dirty 20. You like it? He's like, you think he's actually got it? It's like, yeah, I get it, right. And yeah, off they go. And they're so glad to be out of here. Things stinking.
I'm just watching him go like, idiot.
He stops, has a jolly good scratch of his butt, then continues.
No, great.
Like one of the ones where you have to stop,
Yeah.
then on.
I wasn't on about the
Requires your
scratch of
complete
his butt. I
attention.
was on about he's one of those people.
Yeah, he is one of those people.
Those people.
You arrive in the king's chambers after some time, and the various people that you must pass through to get to this His Majesty. Before me again, I see.
Is Lord Levin here in the room at all with us?
Not yet. You've gone straight there. He has to be recovered from his, or maybe from his residence.
From his drinks cabinet. Oh, things I've seen, man.
The last thing he saw was a person that he'd been dealing with for several years explode out through the top of their head and become an octopus.
Yeah, I get that.
Have you seen Lord Levin recently?
I don't think that's meant to happen. Sorry.
What?
That's the
Let's
bottom
look
of my shoe.
It's fine. Lord Levin, I have not not seen since yesterday.
So
He
have
was-
you heard about the pudding people?
Lord Levin was not himself yesterday, if you catch my meaning. He was. I've never seen the man like it. Incoherent, babbling about tentacles and teeth and beaks and.
Do you want to come and see? He's down by yourselves. Not Lord Levin, the tentacle beastie thingy that was Dacklebrow.
Well, he wasn't really Thackelbrow. He was wearing the meat suit of Thackelbrow.
We don't even know that, to be honest.
Is it something that you think deserves a kingly attention to look upon this thing? Has it been dealt with? Is what I need to know.
Dead.
It's dead. We need to find whether or not.
There might be more, and you might be interested in finding them more. Not the more, as in MAW, as in MORE, as in more of them. Although they are the Maury people, so both hold true.
What is the orc talking about, please?
Your enemies, the ones that worship this otherworldly creature they call the Moor,
Yes.
they grant people power. Whatever it is, grants people power. But shifts and changes them, makes them monsters.
Well,
In a physical sense.
the ones that we've found have been monsters anyway, but we don't
Yeah.
know if that's the case for all of them. But just
So-
ones that we found.
Lord Thackelbrow was, no, Guildmaster Thackelbrow was implicated in assisting Lady Umbra and the Moor. What my esteemed friends here have discovered that, in fact, he wasn't just an associate. He'd had made pacts with this outer dimensional creature, gained some sort of powers, but had turned him into a monster, hiding within a disguise that was Thackelbrow. So we
This has been going on for some
Yes.
time then. They are embedded in the highest
Yes.
echelons.
that is why we really would like to investigate the other guild houses. Remember the heads of the other guild houses.
What you come to me? What do you need from myself?
A writ that allows us to do this with some authority.
You have it. And he kind of he's just like, you can see this look on his face, like he's magic, like he's seen magic. And he's seen things like dragons, and he's seen those kind of stuff. But what you talk about is so close, so
Almost godly.
hideous that it kind of is without even making an insight. You think that might have unnerved him somewhat.
Good. Because I'm freaking unnerved. I hope he's bloody unnerved. His son's probably wandered off to go find them. So you know.
There is a test. Do you want me to show you the test?
A test.
Yeah. And I'm going to go and I'm going to hold up my hand.
As you do so, the guards bristle slightly, and then there's a gesture of.
Calm down, dear.
And I'm going to give the pudding person test and squeeze it.
How hard?
Can you feel bone? Essentially, it's more of a
Yeah.
ripple test, like sort of a grindy affair.
You know, it's the tight handshake, trying to squeeze the other guy's hand level. You know, I'm not trying to crush his hand to pulp,
Okay.
but I want a degree of resistance to it that it's not pudding.
Yeah, you find that the king is not a pudding.
That's
king is-
nice and easy.
He's like,
These creatures have no bones.
They're like pudding, so they're covered squidge.
okay, so I assume you have a plan to enact this.
Yes.
What would you like? And after he's a couple of moments after he's made a gesture of you have it, there is an individual beside them. They are gnomish, you would think, in nature. They have moustaches that are long and draped down nearly as long as a little kind of robe, and they have on their back like a reel of parchment or something that they pull over their shoulder, and they kind of write like this, and it kind of pulls over their head.
So where does the parchment go then when it hits the ground?
It curls back out that way.
More importantly, when they're writing, how can they see where they're going? But maybe right.
Just goes like that.
I like the sound of this contraption.
You like the sound of every contraption. You're a real mechanophile.
Okay.
That's
Why you like Ilin so much, Killian. They're writing on this piece of parchment. He says,
Just quickly, please move the dog because he's
Tidy,
just...
go to your bed. Go away, go to your bed.
I want it tonight. Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
Trink will take notes.
Trink.
Trink.
Good name.
I'm going to get a pet drink now.
Careful.
And he kind of they're poised, looking. What do you wish us to write?
That's Killian on. Actually, which was your surname? Jackson?
I don't have one. Jackson.
Killian on of your kingdom name and Jackson are hereby granted rights and powers to investigate on behalf of the king and kingdom, or the crown, for enemies from within modern South. Or something similar to that, sir.
And
Not too blanket, but the same specific to what you would like, but enough wiggle room for the investigation to go ahead.
And you wish to go and interview each of these individuals? The guild
Actually,
heads and
because I suspect at least one more of them will probably be a pudding person,
yes,
as we've been dubbed. I would like it's their discovery to be witnessed by the other guild heads. I want them to know what they are up against, to make them allies by convenience. We don't want them to be conspiratorial. We don't want to drag them one away one at a time and some of them never coming back. Because that will feel like you're trying to take out your enemies in a conspiratorial tit for tat. We want them to know that there is a genuine threat.
So a layer of subterfuge is needed.
I'm trying to peel away the subterfuge, in fact.
I see what you're doing. You wish to know that. You wish
The
them
more
to know that
hide in shadows.
That's quite all right. Things are excitable, and I do not hold your enthusiasm against you, young Erwin. We need to invite rich merchants to be in one place at the same time, correct?
Yes. Preferably with some guards on standby, just in case more than one of them is us.
And what do rich merchants like more than anything else?
Money.
next down from money.
More money?
No, they like to show off how much money they have.
Oh, I was going to say food.
Food
you.
and gluttony, money, the sins, yes, are often all part and parcel of it.
Isn't it
How's
like
that?
your job to like dish out the money?
Sorry?
Aren't you supposed to like take the money and then dish it out to other people?
We do have a taxation system, yes.
So when they show off how much money they've got, you know how much you're supposed to take from them, right?
We do take the levies, yes.
Okay.
The levies are taken and they are to, maintain streets. Although, as Owen, being a resident here, has experienced, in my absence, these have been subverted, and political wrangling has led to some people not towing the line, finding ways around through tricksy tongues and, like you say, Owen, subterfuge. Why don't we play them at their own game?
Of
I
course, my lord.
suggest this. Their king has returned from sleeping death for nigh on 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
What better way to bring everyone together but a celebration?
Have a feast.
Ah, close. Close, Jackson. A ball.
No, feasts are better. You get more food.
There will be food aplenty.
Unless you play goat ball.
Unless
Goat
I
ball.
play
Goat ball. You never play goat ball?
goat ball.
We used to play it at home.
Do indulge me.
So there's a big ball, big heavy ball made out of goat skin with stuff
Yeah.
inside.
Stuff.
And the aim is that you have two teams,
Teams, yes.
and the aim is to knock out the other team with the ball.
Okay.
It's big and it's heavy and it hurts. Basically, think dodgeball with a medicine ball.
I very much like the idea, Jackson. There's a smirk upon his
Great
face.
fun.
He says, I very much like the idea of watching the merchants beat each other into a stupor with a heavy ball. However, I believe the athleticism of some of our the attendees might not be that they would be able to. They would
They get
probably.
knocked out quick. You have to be good.
I think there might be a certain knack to this game that they would lack, and there would be a clear winner. I think it might be you, Jackson. What do you say then? That we create a royal invite?
Will
course,
it
my
be
lord.
Mama Oost? Mama Oost? Mama Oost?
Mama Oost. Yeah, Mama
Will it
Oost.
be, will
A
it be
brilliant
Mama
idea, my lord.
catering?
Of course, only the finest, for the finest guests in all of Mordenshire. I'm joking, Gideon.
Can I make a request?
Yes, Gideon?
Can you ask her to make croissants?
Yes, I can ask her to make croissants, yes.
Thanks.
Well, I have the perfect location. Come, let's go.
Of course you do.
You're going to go and see the pudding person or the remains.
I'm not sure that... Make a persuasion check. See if you can persuade him to go.
I just
Persuasion
realised
check. I'm amazing at them.
No, you don't. Your intimidation, not intimidation check. You will come and see this now. Oh, great.
Oh, 16.
That's not too bad, actually.
I rolled 17.
Yeah.
He's convinced.
It's on the
If you
way.
believe that I need to see this, then I shall. But come first this way. And he takes you down the tower and leads you to another area of the castle. And leads you to a grand ballroom.
Didn't we
That
have a
is-
ballroom just below his throne room?
Yeah,
A big
but
ball
not,
thing in it.
yeah, that wasn't really a ballroom per se, just more of a I don't know.
Yeah, this is an area with that could be a feasting hall. Also, it's like a multi-purpose thing. Maybe this is square, rectangular rather. It has like gilded stairs that run up either side, portraitures and things round it. Very fancy tiled floor, intricate geodesic designs, multicolored tiles in the ground, like lapis
Oi.
and turquoise and
Oi.
things in the ground.
Can I have a look and see, well, what entrances and exits and things there are? Because
I'll do the same.
basically, if we do this, we're gonna need like guards to be able to contain
Yes.
pudding people or giant pudding people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
The king's quite willing to show you that there's a grand sort of double door, where you there is and beside the double door there's a kind of a pulpit of sorts. Like, do I mean a pulpit? Like a lectern. You assume this would be where someone would announce guests.
Concierge.
Kind of post, yeah, where someone would go, grand entrance of the guild master of or whatever, and then there is to the far end of the room there is a risen platform, which looks like it would be for a band, musicians,
A dais.
of some sort, more like a stage, like higher than a
Oh,
thing.
No.
Get down, Toby dog. I'm trying to do Dungeons and Dragons.
No, he's just so intense.
And
today.
there are double doors either side of that at the far end of the room. The central door here. There are glass panes on several of the walls as well. Like there's 4 glass windows either side of the room.
Serpent's entrance and exits. I assume there's going to be a couple.
So yeah, 2 at the far end,
Mhm.
on this end, glass windows.
And did you say there's stairs up to like some sort of grand
To a
balcony?
secondary floor, and that balcony runs all the way around for watching the dance, maybe.
Yep. Does that
Observing the
have
party.
exits?
That is exits the far end, none this end.
Mhm.
Just a bigger glass
So,
window.
ignoring the glass windows, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 main entrance, 5.
Yeah.
4 glass windows.
4 ground floor, 4 upper floor.
No,
Yeah, so eight windows.
no.
13 potential exits. Woohoo, boy.
But if you have arches around the balcony at the top, they can shoot stuff that turns up.
Sorry.
Shall we take a break?
Yeah. Let's have a break before we do some plans. Gonna get this dog somewhere.
We are back.
What about Fragments? When we left our heroes
Chaos.
in the ballroom,
Contemplating how this is all going to work with
How
so
to-
many exits.
plan this event.
Have what? 2, 3 guards at every exit. How many exits are there in this room?
There are 8 windows, 4 on the ground floor, 4 on the upper floor.
Yeah, sorry, I missed a bit of it. I had a Toby right here.
Staring into your very
There's
flesh.
5 doors and 8 windows.
5 doors and 8 windows.
Big double door to get in. Something is beyond the other side. The doors at the far end.
Right. How are we going to do this?
Well, we want lots of archers.
Your Majesty, what lies beyond those doors?
Why, that is the kitchens, Charles.
Is there anything beyond that?
There is an entrance for bringing in goods and stuff, just a single door. Just to allow access to bring in food easily from either side.
Dibs on the kitchen door.
They do they both lead to the door to the kitchen?
Yes, the two lower ground lead to the kitchen.
Dibs on the kitchen door.
There are two.
Killian, you'll be investigating and hobnobbing with the guild masters to make sure any of them aren't pudding people.
Yes, you've got to be the pudding tester, Gideon. You know what you're feeling foremost.
The prodder and liquor.
My liege.
Yes,
Who else will you be inviting to this soiree?
we'll have to hold it soon. We won't have much time. I will try and invite some guests from Kanzax and further afield also, to make it. If there aren't enough invited, they will not be convinced.
Mm-hmm.
But anything you invite might get attacked. Although it is good to check for like pudding people, and it does show that you're on your ship and we squish the pudding people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we need to make this ruse convincing.
Checks the king to see if he's a pudding person.
Yeah.
Yes, we just
Okay.
okay. We just do that. We do this hand squeeze.
Okay, cool. I just thought then, I was like, wait a second.
No, I've already had that thought. I've already checked him.
Cool.
I best be about making arrangements and sending letters.
Of course, my lord.
I leave you with the room. It's your space to set however you wish.
Cool.
We got,
So if you
get
go,
letter things.
sorry, say again.
Did we get this letter that Erwin wanted?
No, the king's going to do it himself.
King is creating it. If you want him to. If there's anything you'd like to add, that now's the time, Owen.
No,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So he's about to kind of create a letter to invite various guild.
Not the invitations. I mean, like the letter the one Erwin wanted that says we've got royal permission to do this shit.
Yes, yeah. So you have that in your possession, Owen. A letter that says something along the lines of Royal Investigative Party on behest of His Majesty. To investigate, etc., kind of thing.
Sure.
This is the highest authority, pretty much, that you could have without having the king behind you going, "I said he could."
Yeah. Okay.
Or Jack's going, just do it.
Yeah.
You can work fine.
Once the king is out of the
That's
room,
a different thing to authority.
That's a party.
What Jack's saying, just do it, isn't authority.
No,
It's very authoritative.
It's
Not
a,
authority.
it's a copyright infringement.
It's a copyright infringement.
Uh,
Oh, God.
So,
Once the
yeah,
king has very much left the room,
yes.
it's not what I had in mind.
Well, I think he's actually thinking that this way he can like show all the posh important people that he's got his shit together and he's not to be messed with.
And that he's got.
If I was a pudding person in the middle of a large room like this, I wouldn't try and attack anyone. I wouldn't try and get away. It's too public. There's a degree between shining a light on a problem. Oh, maybe it worked. Maybe we can make it. We could probably make it work.
Well, we could always, we can always like, if we identify a pudding person, we can always like pop them.
True.
That means all they will see is that we killed someone. That just makes us the enemy.
Well, Well, what came out of Thackelbrow's suit wasn't like normal, and I didn't do that.
What are they going to? What is more likely they are going to believe?
I think they would definitely believe that they were evil if they saw an octopus explode out of someone's head.
What about pudding?
Why? Why?
You have me there, Owen.
The point about having the word said first, then showing them a Thackelbrow suit, and then testing them, is it gives them a basis for their beliefs. It gives them a context for what happens next. This will be a surprise at a party.
I see.
The rumors will spread. They'll make up their own minds. It's to narrow down that possibility or eliminate it if possible.
Well, can't we just put the king at the top of the stairs and he can start explaining about Thackelbrow being a pudding person and show him the pudding skin?
I'm not going to go against I'm not going against the king's word. If he wants to make a party, it's a party. Fine, it's a party. Yeah. We'll just have to work it out from there.
There would be turning on a heel this quickly is impossible, even for those summoned by King. Those that have to travel far must make arrangements to arrive here.
Mm-hmm.
We have some leeway, I believe, between
Just
now and
think they could dress up as Thackelbrow
What?
and like come to the party as Thackelbrow, and then
Who?
we might find Thackelbrow, pudding person, original pudding person.
No, who are you on about dressing up as Thackelbrow?
One of you with your amulet.
I was gonna say yeah, or Jim.
Or Jim, and then we might get all the posh people that do the lippy thing.
Yeah, but that means nothing to anyone else.
But it gives us an indicator of who to squeeze for pudding tests.
Sorry, I love the idea of squeezing pudding out of people.
I mean, it will identify. We know what identifies them.
Can I have a Jaffa cake, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It gives us something to work on.
We need to find Jim. We left him at Mama Oo's.
How good is Jim at making up a whole history?
He has this weird thing where, like, if you ask him a question, he reads the answers out of the minds of people around him.
Oh, excellent. Fantastic. Then he's going to be great at it. Otherwise, a prominent person like Thackelbrow, and the person goes, Thackelbrow, what did you think of the last plan we had?
But that's what he does.
Good. If he can actually do that, brilliant.
I don't know quite how it works, but he was like reading answers out of people's brains.
I think
Well, psychic powers are a thing.
he had to make eye contact, wasn't it?
It's just has to look.
I think
Person can see.
'cause he got most of his answers when he was the prince out of Tholf. And when Tholf wasn't there, he really struggled with his answers, which is what got us like on him.
Uncovered his subterfuge.
But then when Tholf turned up, he had a lot more of the answers because Tholf knew the answers.
Yeah. I
But
remember
if
now.
he's in a big room with a lot of people, someone's going to know the answer, I guess.
Mm.
That'll be his greatest performance.
Or he might be able to see putting people's brains. They might have different thoughts.
True. We need Jim here now.
we're going to use Jim as a pudding detector.
Beep.
And conspirator if someone's having thoughts about if Thackelbrow is not acting normally, or other thoughts, you might be able to glean more of the conspirators, pudding people or otherwise, You've got to remember, not every person here is going to be a pudding person. Honestly, I'm hoping no one is, but
We have to suspect that everybody here is.
It
I'm
could
not a
be
pudding
anyone.
person.
we have to suspect that everybody who's in place of position of power has been approached at some point by
A
the
pudding.
more, the more, and offered power,
It's
be
just
it
Charlie.
physical or monetary or contractual
We need to
or.
check Levin because he hasn't turned up yet.
I didn't think he didn't look very happy when he left.
It was just
He's acted
Charlie.
like found his mate.
Hmm.
He was invited. He was summoned to the king's chambers, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably at the King's Chamber.
Okay. Should we go back and find Levin?
Well, let's go back to near the King's quarters. I don't think we can be constantly badgering the King. We're just kind of hoping to get a letter from him through like channels, but then walk into his chamber again.
It's just the way it happens.
Kind of intimidates me.
Arriving back, you see you can hear like
What the?
I love how-
I just have visions of Levin turning up with this big bag of oats.
no, it's happened.
It makes me laugh. Erwin finds it intimidating.
Yeah, and you're just like,
Killian
right,
and
King.
Killian and Jack's just like, fuck it, man, just storm in there. Like, nah.
Charles has Charles has a weird form of etiquette as well because Charles has existed in a different plane,
Yeah,
so things are different.
yeah.
And he's only been here for a short amount of time doing his work at Heptar.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't really get a lot of stuff. So the only one
Different
who
culture.
knows, yeah, the only person who actually really knows how to behave correctly here is Erwin, who just
Which is
kind of
hilarious because I'm a commoner thief.
Yeah,
Toddler.
The royalty,
yeah, but
It's
your
just like-
royalty works different.
yeah. And also, royalty doesn't, where I'm from, royalty doesn't bow down to royalty.
No.
So it's like, no.
Okay, so you do find a rather red-faced Levin with a large stack of oats outside the king's chambers.
Why
at
has
the
Levin
king's-
got the oats?
Because they dumped him and the oats together.
But is it 15 kilos of oats?
It's 25 kilos of oats, and Levin looks knackered.
Where's Levin
I will go and take the oats off of Levin.
Okay, you now have 25 kilos of oats.
And wait,
Can I? I'm assuming some degree of sleight of hand. Can I give Lord Levin, as I do take the bag of oats, a bit of a squeeze? I'll sort of put my arms underneath and sort of grab his forearm and give it a bit of a squeeze. I'm lifting the bag up type thing.
Yeah, it
Give him a
feels
pudding person.
non-pudding. But as you get close, can you make a perception check for me?
Perception check.
Yes.
Ooh, 19.
As you get close, you can sort of see the pores on Levin's face are like greasy. He looks unkempt, and as you lean properly close, you can definitely smell the stench of something pungent and alcoholic, like left on the skin. Maybe not recently drinking, but certainly the night
last
before.
night may have been a bit of a. He may have drank himself asleep last night.
Something to steady the nerve.
We were talking to the king about pudding people, and we showed him like the remains of Tacklebrau.
You still have those.
Sadly,
I think Killian has. Well, we have thoughts and plans for them.
I wish not to be privy to those plans. I hope to never see anything like that again.
okay.
What is your plan? Just to root out this evil.
If you get an invite to the king from the king asking you to come to anything,
I will be there, my king, my
No.
liege.
no. If you don't want to see pudding people, don't
We're
go.
going to try and root them out if there's any more.
But if I, what? Please explain.
We're having a party. The king is back party.
And we think there might be more pudding people,
We hope there's not, obviously.
but we think
Oh,
there
I
might
was
be.
hoping there was.
You
Yeah, I was kind of hoping there was too.
What, you're gonna have a chat with them?
No, we're going to pop them or slice
But-
them.
You better- sometimes you want there to not be a thing, you know? If your idea is to pop them, not having a thing to pop, just skip to that bit. You know?
But I think it's more the like all the ones that haven't been paying their taxes and cleaning the roads and like making the city nice and stuff.
Mm.
Like will suddenly go, shit, we should probably do all this stuff so the king can do his stuff.
It would make
True.
my life much easier.
True. And yes, that's was
I've tried
kind of
my best over these times, but
You just needed pudding people to like unify against.
yeah, it's you basically need a totem to rail against. We need to expose them all as to as many people that it is an enemy that we need to unify against. It's kind of thing.
I agree.
If
This is
you've got
long
any like armor or weapons, you might want to bring them with to the party.
Or a nice sharp dagger.
Armor or weapons.
Or if you know magic, that would be a good idea.
There are magicians, there are conjurers, and there's always Ilin.
I'm always a bit cautious when it comes to people who can do magics and things like that, mostly because that's a power thing. And let's be honest, what the Moor does best is find people who want more power.
Ellen,
Ellen's wants knowledge. Not the same thing.
I may have just come up with a solution
Oh my
to
god.
the 8 windows and multiple doors thing.
Uh-huh. You should
We
go talk to Ellen then.
We have Ellen.
Yeah.
We'll go talk to Ellen.
Crazy
Yeah.
little gnome guy.
Yeah. Ellen may be crazy, but is a crazy genius.
I'm not going to deny that. I saw the robots.
Yeah.
His automata are fantastic. Yes,
I thought we got rid of their like energy because we put it in our big crystal ball.
Maybe, but I have a funny feeling he could probably do something.
Or we've got a big crystal ball and we can make a
Oh,
super.
good God, no.
Oh,
Let's not go overboard, okay? Oh, okay, just see the whole city getting up and walking off on chicken legs. Well, that's interesting.
a giant pudding crusher is what you're suggesting, Jackson.
Well, it's like
I've already come up with a
cities
sort of.
have to like eat each other.
Mortal instrument? No.
The Mortal Engines. Mortal Engines.
Mortal
Yeah,
Engines, that's the
That
one.
one. It just you
Bloody
just
love
saying
that
that
film,
getting up
though.
on chicken.
It's a
legs
very good
kind
book.
of
It's a
like-
very weird film.
Yeah. Isn't that the one that my dad gave me?
No.
I think it was
Right,
Wonder
I've
Woman.
already come up with like crystal embedded into the head of his Warhammer things for Jax. So he hits people and they then fall asleep with a pink crystal.
Amazing.
Well, we could just call it the Viginator. You get a vision. You get a vision. You get a vision.
No, it's much better than that because it's you see stars, you see stars, you see stars.
In more ways than one.
It's going to be the Acme Hammer. Donk stars. What are those little tweeting birds?
What? Enlighten us, Killian. Don't keep us hanging in suspense. What? Pray tell, can
Sorry,
Ellen Marcel have upon our conundrum here of multiple windows and exits and entrances and things? Things.
Charlie doesn't say things.
Things, explosions.
It was like he was on a roll and then he went and things.
Things.
And it was just like that was so lame.
I know, sorry.
compared to like,
Charlie's quite what's spoken. Things, mate. What?
it's like, you know, all them things,
All
isn't
them
it?
things, Killian, tell me.
What do we call it?
Yeah. No, I'm thinking like we could just ask him to come up with something so that we're not having to cover all 8 windows and 5 doors all at the same time whilst the 3 of us are also investigating pudding people.
True.
Well, we're not just going to have guards and we can like get the good ones and brief them.
Yeah, but
That balcony is good for archers and they can shoot the crap out of
Yeah, but the balcony will be used by guests too, I imagine. That's what it's for.
I'm pretty sure they'll have the ones that aren't in on it will have the Levin response and they'll be running away screaming.
Oh,
But
no
also-
doubt. But you can't archers. Okay, we can have the archers behind the doors at the back, I guess. Upstairs. Yeah, okay.
have we got 16 guards that we can trust?
Well,
I never fought these creatures. How good are they? How strong are they? How fast are they?
they got lots of reach and they like grabbing things and squishing
Oh,
things,
joys.
but they squish reasonably easily.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they do anyway. But we'd need a minimum of 2 guards per window. 2
think
guards per
So
door.
if
So
your noobish friend could help us with the windows, we could allow more contemporary guards to protect the other exits and entrances.
Yeah.
Um,
'Cause we-
Some guards on the doors and in the room as ceremonial guards would be totally in keeping with the decor of a castle with a king.
help me,
So-
like,
We could have some guys already in here in their Sunday best, arms and armor.
can't we like dress up other guards as like the servant-y people or whatever?
Perhaps.
And
I
they
don't know.
become
I
friends?
wouldn't. I don't know how to do this. I have never ever been to one of these things, so especially I don't know what's
thing.
involved.
If there are 8 windows, 5 doors, that would mean a minimum of 26 guards that would need that we can trust to stand guard over each.
Mm.
We
Right,
go and buy
sure.
Carla because he probably knows where Jim is too.
Yeah. But I still reckon we can solve the window problem anyway with
You go
Uh,
in.
Dylan.
Lord
Because
Evan,
he can come up with some
Yes.
weird shit.
get some rest.
I imagine that I will be, if these letters of invite are going out, I will be inundated with messengers and communiques from various guild masters and scribes and messenger boys.
Then enjoy the mundanity of it.
My head today is tearing itself apart.
I always found that having another drink helped.
And I
You
just
see him turn like that paleness goes over.
and I just go,
Or go and see Mama Oost and have a greasy breakfast.
I think you may be right on that one, Jackson.
but
Not the second drink.
I put a rag, like a strip off of my, it would be like my shirt or something, and I freeze it, and I put it against his head,
Ah,
and I just go, trust me, that helps.
Oh,
You know, you get
Killian,
those like,
thank you.
Yeah,
so it's like
uh,
forehead strips.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love that. Brilliant. I love that. What's she doing?
It's like, trust
That's
me.
genius. That is absolute genius.
And he goes like,
Thank you, Killian. No, I must be about my business.
and he,
You know what we'd find Carla?
Yes. Oh,
They ready themselves for
You know where?
the guardhouse, I believe.
Oh, I know where that is. That's where the rubbish ones work.
it's like,
This way.
let's go.
Bamf, at the guardhouse.
Yeah, pretty much. Where'd they go?
No more distractions. We're at the guardhouse.
Ding, 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 ding.
Can I look
Yeah.
at that bit in the garden where it's always sunny? No, you can't.
No, piss off. Let's go.
Have the kids' dens still be left up? Yes, the kids' dens are still up. Killian's like, I'm going in the dens.
No, boom, we're at the guardhouse. Let's go.
Yeah, guardhouse.
Sidetracked.
You see that there is the standard has improved in just even the way that it's kept. The bunks are made, the beds are tucked in, there are the weapons are shining, the breastplates
Not
are
rusty.
being polished and buffed by themselves.
Oh,
There's
yeah, 'cause
people
it
with
was-
whetstones and they
It
are
was Dumbo in charge of it last time, weren't it? And now
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
the meld guards, as we're going to call them.
Dumbo.
The guy,
Well, that was a bit scary. It's all
the
good.
guy with a belly.
He did something useful. He helped put out a fire. I was impressed.
Good.
Yeah. He did one thing.
It was a useful thing.
It's showing like he's going in the right direction.
True.
You still hate your guts.
Hello. So he's like, Jax. What, Jax, how's it going?
Who is that, Carlos?
It's Carlet. Yeah.
Hey, I will shake his hand.
He shakes it firmly, and there's the clatter of armor as he does it.
Well, I think with Carlos, it's more going to be like sort of the wrist to wrist type.
Yeah, the brace like this. Yeah,
The bromance is strong in this one.
and he goes, Jax, good to see you, my friend. What has happened to this place?
They,
Oh boy,
not
what hasn't?
They didn't leave very good people in charge, but it's improving, and he's actually been a bit useful. He helped put out a fire.
Yeah, we've met. I've got
and-
him.
I
I've
don't
got
like him.
I think your judgment is quite strong on that one, Killian. Is quite on point. He's not a likable person. However, I have had him doing sit-ups. I
Does he
like
fit in his
watching him
armour
do
now?
sit-ups. Sorry, Jackson?
He's fitting his armor now.
Not quite. It's only been a few days, but we're trying.
When do you make him do these sit-ups?
Dawn
Distracting
dusk.
yourself.
Oh no, I just want to watch this guard do sit-ups. I just want to see the pain in his face if
Dawn
he does it.
dusk.
I'll see you then.
You're most welcome. It's quite a show, Killian.
So we're having a party with the king. In fact, should we just come and show you what happened to Thacklebrow? Because you'll probably
I've been.
yeah. Well, we're hoping that. Well, okay. Killian and I are hoping that there's going to be more of them, and we can find them and like pop them at the party. Owen's hoping there aren't any more because he didn't like the look of the one that we popped.
And I'm hoping I get to dance again.
I was gonna say, Charles, just we never know.
But,
I'm hoping Jax does another drum solo, actually.
but we're wondering about guards and how many guards that you've got that you trust and are good, not the shit ones.
Or at least of the not so good ones that you think could handle themselves. We've given proper direction.
There, he says there. He informs you that there are 15 guards that he has of the guard that are the ones that travels as part of his party.
Yeah.
The royal guard, the ones that stick with him and have travelled from Southgate to here and have been kind of.
Could you guys come to the party like I don't know, like dress up like posh people or whatever and actually be in the party there? Or would you rather stand like guard around the edges?
I imagine our liege will ask us to be there as
There'll be a retinue of guards for the king's protection.
as guard. Yes, it is our sworn duty to protect him.
We just don't want these things to escape. So having some extra guards behind the servants' doors and in the grounds just outside the main windows, we're just looking to eliminate escape vectors for these creatures.
And to protect Mama. I mean, everybody there.
What he said.
Very well.
Oh, and do you know where Jim is?
With Mama, he's not really left her side much.
Okay.
Not left the kitchens much. He's seems to have taken a liking to
Pastries.
no, not eating them, making them.
Okay. Because we thought we could use him to like sort of do his mind thing and see if he could find pudding people at the party.
Oh,
Or conspirators, not just pudding people. Jackson, you're obsessed with pudding people. We're hunting down the mall. So we're hunting down the mall.
I really don't like the idea of putting in people.
What about when you eat it?
I like the idea. Oh, now that killing, that's put me off pudding.
Just makes it more delicious. Right.
There's
To
something
the
not,
kitchen.
There's something not right with you, Dragonborn.
I need pudding.
Okay, off to the kitchens. Yeah. Off
We're
to
there.
Yeah, you're there at the kitchens.
Boom, baby, kick down the door.
You find Jim in blue form, not in any sort of guise, and he has just got this massive bit of dough that is smothered in oil, and he's just stretching this piece out, and he's just like kneading this dough, and it's like rising up. You can see the yeast in it is a full-on effect, and there's the smell of like the oven on, and Mama Oos is bustling around.
Morning, Jim.
All right.
We might have a job for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's
Well, but the king's having a party,
oh yeah, we've had the writ already.
but we're hoping that you can go either in disguise as Stacklebrow or maybe someone else, and then you can use your mind reading stuff to find out if people are pudding people or conspirators.
Yeah. How? Okay, sounds good. How do I let you know without them knowing I know?
Owen's got a cool trick. He's got a chat channel.
You should just use chat channel, Matt. I'm psychic. I can speak into minds.
I'm a bit of that.
We refer to it as Erwin chat.
Yeah.
When you're being polite.
Nice name.
That was completely accidental.
It's
And the continuation of it.
you need to work on the branding. I think.
Yeah.
That was you.
But he like talks and you hear it in your brain.
Okay.
So he can talk, you can tell him stuff, and then he can tell us stuff, and then we can like isolate pudding people or conspirators and like put them
So
away.
who should I be then?
Well, I thought that you could be Tacklebrow because they like walk up and they kind of have this symbol where they poke their lip.
Has he seen Tacklebrow? I don't think Jim has.
Surely you would have done, even if he's only been in the city a few
Can
days.
you not like read what he looks like from like any of us? Because like we've all seen him. Well, we
Oh, let me see. I don't know how that works actually. Let me just have a look. I'm gonna have to look up the stat block for a second because I've forgotten how that works.
If
Oh,
not,
we
it's
could-
not,
we can just show him.
or someone can turn into him with the damn millet thing. But that
Oh,
was-
we can literally show him his skin.
well, yeah, but that doesn't look like a Tacklebrow. That looks like a wetsuit.
Not wrong.
It's the
Not
opposite.
wrong.
It's a damp suit.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Horrifyingly not wrong.
It looks like, yeah, but that's not tackle wrap, that's a wetsuit. Best thing I've ever heard.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It has to be someone that you've seen.
So we can show him what he looks like because someone can turn into him.
You know,
I've got it. Killian, fetch the oats.
Oh no!
I'm still walking over.
So he goes to the party and he's basically just bulging, huge bulging thighs.
Like Pillsbury Doughboy. or
Oh,
whatever.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Now it's your turn.
Tiny little head, because not much in there. It's all gravity. It's kind of pointy head. It's goes like that.
It's when, you know, like
Giant thunder thighs.
when you see toys that are like slightly overstuffed or
Yeah,
they're a bit
yeah.
old. So one of their joints is like this, and then the other one's like,
Yeah.
Tacklebrow, you're right. That's right.
I've had a bit of an accident.
Lactose intolerant.
Oh, got some.
"Surely you're
Good.
okay? You okay?"
Oh no, okay.
Go on, Matt. Let's keep going.
I'm fine. Fine.
Matt's just sat there like, "Are you two done?" Like,
We don't. Matt doesn't laugh. We know this.
I instigate.
I was going to say he did laugh when he laughed at Alora.
Mm.
You did laugh then.
Oh, right, so
Oh, dear.
I instigated that. That was my own fault. I'm very sorry.
But yes, we
Killing
can,
myself.
can you like we can someone can turn into him or you have magic that like makes stuff.
away.
Go away.
Done. He's got. I can be anyone I've seen.
Yeah, I was meaning does like Killian or Charlie have any magic they can show you what he looks like?
Charlie does have I think.
As does Killian.
Yeah.
So
You can show me.
You can make a
But I
fire.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to do his voice.
Well, I thought that's what you read from other people.
I can read the surface thoughts.
But it's only people that he's seen. So if he's only seen them like in passing and not heard them talk, how does he know how to do people's voices if he hasn't
I
heard
don't.
them? No, I'm asking you.
He doesn't.
Right, so you're saying he doesn't know how to do his voice,
No.
but then he does other people's voices.
He just does a voice. He knows how to do. He knows how to do a prince's voice. He's seen the prince before.
Well,
That's
okay.
the person you saw him impersonating.
So
Yeah.
like, imagine that someone with a big beefy hand has your testicles and is squeezing and talk like that.
I don't like the idea of that.
Well, I wasn't going to do it, but that's kind of what he's talking like to me.
So I just imagine
Well,
reaching out, going, sounds like that.
So I can do either an image or a sound. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, you can do it perfectly then. Use the amulet to look like him, then do the sound.
No, you just cast minor illusion twice.
I was going to say, or
That
yeah,
works.
because it's an action to do it.
You can
That
do it. You're not in
will is-
combat.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm just seeing if it was like,
Concentration.
yeah, anything like that. But
And
also, I
illusion
was
to
going to
cantrip,
say,
isn't it?
Sorry, Matt. Say again. We missed it.
Minor illusion to cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
Yeah, so you can just cast it as many times as you want.
yeah. So
You
I'll
do
do that
stack it.
then. I can I stack it? Is it called stacking it?
I don't.
Probably
I
not
think
stacking,
when you
you're probably
cast
just telling
one. I
cast-
think when you cast one, the first one disappears.
Ah.
you
Well,
just-
in that case then,
If you dismiss it as an action or cast this spell again,
So you
yeah.
can make someone else's voice.
yeah, I was going to say, because that's how I read it, like I can
Mm.
only do one at a time, but then you were on
So
about
you can do the
two.
visuals until
Yeah.
Jim's happy
Yeah.
with the visuals, and then you can do the sound until he's happy with the sound.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then.
I mean,
Okay.
it'll take 10 minutes, and he should be pretty happy with what the guy looks like and what the guy sounds like.
Yeah.
Can I have your
And it's
impression
more
of
like if you've got a meaty fist and you squeeze someone's testicles, and you know,
can
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I will pull your toe hairs if I have to. Don't.
Can you
No.
do-
What? What's that threat?
Have you ever had your toe hair pulled? It's horrible.
He's got his foot resting under my knee.
It's violent.
So I'm threatening to pull his toe hair.
I would
Don't-
love
no.
to hear it though.
No. No.
That sneering.
No. Because I will want to punch myself in the face.
How's it going in? Well, you know, when our players push themselves in the
So
face.
I think that we would make a. Oh,
Honest, one sec. Toby,
I think you need to make a
You're driving me
perception
mental.
check, wouldn't he, to see if how
Right.
well he kind of absorbs this
I was
information,
thinking more Killian needs to make a performance to sort of do it.
or an arcana, because it would
what
be
do you need?
how well does his magic manifest. I think.
And well, and Charlie can guide someone to help them be better at it.
Like, do you
Yeah.
want arcana? Do you want performance? Do you want
It's
Look,
actually,
Killian.
actually pretending to be other people.
yeah? So what do you want?
Performance then, with guidance from Charlie.
What does guidance mean?
Get extra D4.
Extra what?
D4 on your roll. So roll a D20 and a D4 together. You add them, and then and then whatever bonus. So you got a 2, a 15,
So 17, so a 20.
a 20. Jim gets a pretty good look at this. It's a very, very realistic representation of Thackelbrow in voice and image. Ah, and Jim gets a whoop, 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 whoop.
One.
He gets an 18 on his perception as well. So yeah, it's, you see Jim form kind of shimmers across his body, go to your bed, and Jim suddenly, is this what he sort of sounded like? Is it?
Oh, that's uncanny.
Am I kind of getting it?
Yeah.
You just see
More slimy in personality, but you're getting there.
going to fists.
Okay.
Rich and exploitative.
Very well, you serfs.
Oh, that's it. Oh, lovely. Nice, nice. I mean,
that all
angry,
right?
I want to punch you, but nice.
Is that all right? It's the Thacklebrow, but talking like Jim. Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect.
We'll probably do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm guessing
Right.
if that room's got lots of people in, it's going to be quite loud and stuff anyway. So any little differences.
It's a minor point of contention, but
Hmm?
you killed Thacklebrow or whatever.
Yes.
There's the octopus thingy that was in
Alone, in silence, without a group around people around it.
Okay. So has he been up until this point? Where do people think he is?
We can send a rumor that he's talking at leisure of the king, but as a moment in time, people still think he's talking to us. Oh, Lord Levin.
or
Okay.
unless you want to go and stay in his house for a day or two.
Yes.
I say yes,
Yes.
then.
Yes.
Live like a rich merchant.
A
But
rich merchant conspirator for a great outer demon from outer space? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
you want to know what you're messing with.
What do you mean?
I'm going to get a big ball out and look at Killian and thingy.
No. What? Why?
Well, then he knows what he's on about.
What do you? But what?
We can do the Killian check and we open it up and you can lick it.
What is
You
it
want
with
to lick
you
your
two
ball?
and licking?
No, no, they want inside the ball.
What happened to you in childhood? That obsession with licking things. What is that?
But I'm just thinking,
Lick your ball.
Oh,
I don't understand.
but
Look, whatever it is you guys have got going on.
oh, don't involve me in this.
well, we need you
They're
to
crazy
open
here.
it up.
Mm.
Sorry, say again.
We need Owen and Killian to open it up.
I'm already like, I'm game.
I wander around the corner so I'm not observed when I extract my piece of the key.
Mhm.
Oh, I do it so quickly, no one knows.
Sleight of hand.
Oh, bastard.
You have a man who's literally only thing in life is basically being a sneak thief. And we're talking about Bob here. We're talking about our polymorphing friend. He is observing you.
You are no longer guarded. Oh. You try and be quick. It gets caught on your top and you drop it.
Shit.
And you
Oh
can-
no! So you spit it across the room and go straight into a drain.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
it wasn't the one I was
Oh,
hoping
God.
for.
That's the first low one that I've had.
Yeah, you've had a good
all
roll. I've been
evening,
pretty
though.
terrible today.
You have. I've been
Yeah.
Fours and
Thank God.
fives.
Yeah. So yeah,
'cause then
I
you
will
won't
come
be
back with a
yeah.
piece of the key, and we all.
All right. Sit down and Killian, get ready to catch him. And then I'll open it. Just lick the pink crystal stuff inside and you'll know what we're dealing with.
Is this necessary?
Yes, I actually think it is.
Can I get gold out my pocket and give it to him?
You can.
Bribe.
How many gold do you give Jim? How many gold?
3.
3 gold.
Yeah.
It's like, this is to protect a kingdom. 3 gold.
We haven't been paid yet.
It's like,
Yeah, just yeah.
I just look at it and go, lick it, you get more.
You guys are weird. Why am I doing this?
They're weird.
You've tagged along with us all this time.
And
You're,
there's like,
you're paying me.
there's the image of Archibald Tacklebrell puts the tongue out, and
Yeah.
then the flickering happens all over Jim. He's back to his blue form and falls limp to the ground.
I catch him before he falls. Like
I'm
before
saying
he
you're close enough without having to make a check.
Before he hits the
You were
ground.
ready for this. You catch him, and a few moments later, he's awake, and those yellow eyes that are pupilless are like staring around, like,
Whoa.
what on earth are
I
you?
don't think it is on Earth.
Oh, I think it's
Well, you
here.
wouldn't say what on Earl, wouldn't you? You would say, what on Earl is happening? What was that about? I mean,
Cosmic being, ancient mages drawing down on a cosmic being from the sky, and it crash landed.
I'm not done this. I'm actually gonna sit like cross-legged on the floor. I'm gonna lick the crystal too.
Yes!
okay, Jackson.
Licking the
Good for you. I am not doing this.
Jackson, could you make me a wisdom save?
No.
That is why I'm not doing this.
Lick the crystal.
I am not wise, but I'm smart enough not to do it.
Got double digits. I got
Yeah.
a 12.
Well done, you. I'm impressed.
Hey, you see blackness all around you, and eventually your perception becomes aware of tiny white pinpricks around you, studded lights blinking in darkness, and then more and more as the universe is revealed to you in its terrifying space, emptiness, and glory. You see far off suns nearly winking out red, and you feel that you wish to move. You feel a heat, a longing for heat. Like you're in the depth of the void, and you wish that it's sort of like a hunger, a need, and you see a nearby blue silver speck shimmering in the blackness, and you're able to manipulate what exists as yourself in that angle, and something, it's like calling to you somehow, a dialect that to your intellect does not quite compute, but it's similar. There's fragments of it that make sense, and a beckoning, almost like an invite. And then you kind of wake up on the floor of the chamber.
I imagine that because I've gone and grabbed Jim. I imagine Erwin going
It's
to grab
not
Jack
catching Jackson. It's
and
not-
then just
No,
going.
well, I sat down
no.
first. I sat down first on the floor, so like
Yeah, like
If it's
I imagine it's kind of like cross-legged, and you folded yourself forward like when a child
Yeah.
falls asleep, like, and they're like completely folded in half.
I do that a lot. It's great.
Yeah, and
Great.
you kind of
Only
open
when
your
I'm
eyes. You have seen your first glimpse of this space, this distance.
Oh, sorry, guys.
All I was hearing through the whole thing was just this beginning of Star Trek going, space, the final frontier.
Our 5-year mission.
Ongoing mission. Continuing mission. Not to get cancelled.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Hello, Jackson. You seem to have woken back up.
Yeah.
This point, while he's out, I'd have put the thing, taken the key apart, given, put the thing back together.
What did you see, Jax?
Big things, stars, blue things. I don't know. I think it's going to take me a while to work it out. You've only licked it once, right?
Gillian has only licked it once.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure
You've used it on someone before.
I think I've licked
prodded
it
people.
once and I've touched it once.
Oh yeah, you have touched it again. You picked it up with your bare hands,
yeah.
not thinking one point.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I know I've had more than one trip on it.
Yeah, you have. You had a secondary experience.
Yeah. I know that. That's what I was
But
thinking,
but all the
when
times
it goes-
the contact has been fleeting.
What do you mean, contact?
The vision.
Well, not just the actual physical contact. So it's like a lick and then a grab and a...
Oh yeah, it hasn't lingered. Oh,
I don't think we really want to be playing around with long-term touching of this device. Remember that your enemies, the Moor, had these crystals and were using them to communicate or commune with their master.
Is your eye being weird?
can you see it?
Yeah,
This one.
yeah, it's been
You
really
got twitchy
strange.
eye, have you?
Yeah.
No, it's got like a
I've got a slight lazy eye and it's starting
Oh,
to
Did hold.
really go. Yeah.
you looked really weird a second ago. You're
Yeah.
right in. Yeah. So what would you like to do, dear party?
It's why I keep closing my eyes because I can feel it.
So you've persuaded Jim to become Archibald Thackleborough.
Yeah.
We've got hopefully got some
some
guards
guards.
set up.
You've got some guards arranged. You have 15 of them. You can then position them as you will.
I would like to talk to
Ilin?
Ellen
Yeah.
and see if we can get some other assistance with Lewindos
Windows.
on this. What?
We do need assistance with Windows quite often before we start the session.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because if we've got 8 windows to cover and 5 doors, 15 guards.
And some of those guards are going to be with the king, so we're going to be a chunk missing.
That's the thing. 15 guards is not going to be enough to cover the whole place. So having Ilan's assistance with that would be good. Because like I said, he might be crazy, but he's a crazy genius.
He might have a few contraptions up his sleeve.
Exactly. Or some ideas at least that could
Some
help.
leftover robots hanging around.
Yeah.
I would quite like to go and see if I can find Serial and see if we've got the Orby thing.
Overseeing, yeah.
Oh, the
And
thing that when you touch it.
The thing you have a battle with.
And then I was thinking,
never really get going.
And then I was thinking that we could try and see Lady Umbra and see where she was.
We still need to investigate her wagon. In fact, while you're doing all that, I'll probably go down and have a good rummage through her wagon that we had carted to the keep.
So why don't so you go to the wagon, you go to Serial, and
if you remember, Serial has already begun to wend their way
She's
back
off.
home.
Is she? Oh, okay. I thought she was guarding the king.
She was asked to advise to the king, and then on your
Oh, okay.
second or third visit, I can't remember which one, you've been to see the king a fair few times.
Yeah.
They had left, and they
Okay.
had left with rumours of some sort of Fey
Something about-
incursion within Gargamel.
Okay, so we haven't got access to the ball thing.
They would have that on their person.
Okay. I would like to then go down to the wagon
With Owen?
with Erwin,
Yes.
and I want to find some clothing in the wagon,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to go to her polar bears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. See, that's a good
And
plan.
then I want to see if I can get polar bears to track her scent.
They got a good sense of smell.
They have an amazing sense of smell.
Okay.
They can smell a seal from over a mile away.
Yep.
This is very, very cool. So, okay, first off, we've got a lot of things happening here. You with Ilan,
Yes.
you make your way to Ilan's workshop
Oh.
shed sort of area.
Killian!
Ellen,
Ah, my boy, how are you?
good. And I suddenly present croissant.
Ah, excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm working on the dispenser.
Dispenser.
You asked
Oh
them to
my
make
god,
it-
the croissant dispenser.
The croissant dispenser, yes. I
Oh,
haven't forgotten.
oh, you're amazing, you are.
It's been said.
Now, we need your help.
Help? Yes? No. Just what I can, yes. A little bit busy, but yes.
Now,
Got stuff on the plate. Croissant dispenser.
the king is holding an event. We've only got 15 guards.
Yes, I'm making the fireworks.
Awesome. We need help with guarding or what would be the other word I'm trying to think of?
I can't help you there.
Tell me what it is that you want guarding.
Windows, mainly.
Windows.
Yeah,
Some sort of seal.
maybe. But we don't want people leaving before we want them to.
Okay.
And yeah, we've only got 15 guards though, and we've got 5 doors and 8 windows, and we're going to need a minimum of 2 guards per window per door and per door. So yeah, we're going to need a lot more guards than what we've got, which is why I came to you, because I was thinking of the things that you'd built and you'd done for to keep the king safe
Yes.
when he was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, you could help with this too, because technically it is still keeping the king safe. But yeah, anyway, yes, help.
Something to guard windows. I can maybe rig something up. Yes, I can give it a go. I'm not really sure what. Not too tricky a problem. Is a matter of time. Get it sorted.
The thing is, Killian sat and like look at it, and he's just like, how's he doing those things in his face? Like,
Ilan will agree to make something for the windows.
long snouted dragonborn, just like,
I imagine
Fancy doing
I'd like
that.
to have it that Killian actually can't wink.
Yeah.
He does that thing where he can only go like blink. When you see little kids trying to wink, he's like,
I just like the concept of Killian trying to smile and everyone's getting freaked out. Just huge more teeth goes.
Yeah,
Crocodile smile.
You know when you tell a kid to say cheese when you're trying to
Yeah.
take a photo and they're like,
Jeez.
yeah, absolutely terrifying. So back to the you got Ilin on side.
yes. Let's
Owen,
go.
investigation check, please.
Oh, nice. I'm looking for all manner of interesting things. I'm just, I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just literally, I'm going to itemize the crap out of this thing.
Yeah.
26.
26. Marvelous. Okay.
From mundane to unusual to potentially magical to need
hold
luck
on.
picking sort of thing.
I'm just getting the name of the thing, and I can't. I
Oh.
did have it, but I haven't got it here for some reason. Where is it?
I got things.
You got a thing,
I got a thing.
a good thing.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Um, what are they called? Gotta find them. Okay, you find. Where is it? You find a set of manacles.
Mm-hmm.
You find also you find also two two stones, two black stones.
Like the ones we've already got.
Oh, you already picked those up, haven't you? Oh no, sorry. Okay, they're already on you. I thought you had those as well.
I've got 2 black stones that we got at the same
you go.
time
You've got
as
those.
the bag, the skin bags.
No, that's cool. We've got them already,
Cool.
so you don't find them there. They already got them. I don't know if I'd already put them with you.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And what is it called?
Recommending things, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, there's a thing.
Oh, playing cards. Shuffle, play solitaire.
2 stones, black
Dama
gems,
slime.
cold that have a heartbeat.
Yeah. I can't find it. Can I add it to your inventory later? It's a set
Be
of
my
manacles.
guest. Yep.
It's a set of manacles, and I can't find it at the moment. What
Cool.
it's called on the Peon thing.
You talk about Bandabellero or whatever.
No, it's. I'm not sure if it's even called manacles. They're like a locking thing.
Is that not the ball that you throw at people and it restrains them?
No, that's.
I'm Bandabellero or whatever it's called.
No, I was on a magic item hunt the other day. For
That could be unfortunate.
For a different campaign, and I found this
what is this?
whole thing.
Oh, crap.
It's
It might be-
basically the thing they used in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
You also find kits for the herbalism kit. You find enough to give out to the rest of everybody here, if you wished.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. So for crafting, etc. And what else do you find? You find some gold. Let's roll for the gold. You find 67 gold. You find 3 platinum. and that's what you find so far. But I've got to find those things. I thought it was called manacles of something, but I can't find it now.
Is it a custom or is it a standard?
It came up on the main search, but maybe it's because I had homebrew included on the list on that person. I don't know. Would that make a difference?
Yeah, it would be anything.
That
Yeah.
you've created, I guess.
But
No,
does
it's
it
anything you've selected, or
everyone's? Yeah.
but if you were doing a search on a character that's in a campaign, it's anything that the DM has.
Ah, that's what it is.
Homebrew.
It'll be on Diaz's campaign then. Hold on, I'll find it. You know what? I'm not going to find it now. We're
No,
coming
fine,
near
fine.
the end of time,
Yep.
so we're going to say you search.
Yes.
You need to make an animal handling check then, Jax.
Okay.
See if you can communicate that you want your.
Do we want to do this now or when everyone's back together with stuff?
It's up to you, Jax. You're doing it now. You're separate at the moment.
Well, I'll see what they can do finding tracks and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was god awful. I rolled a 1 and a 5, so like 9.
They're not keen on you. You don't smell right to them. You don't look right to them. You're not their normal master. They are, uncooperative bears.
Maybe if we like feed them and look after them for a day or two, then they might be more inclined to do it. But I mean, the trail gets colder.
Yeah, you think you've got a few days on this.
Yeah.
Before the king's
and I think I would rather have everyone together, because if we're going to go and find the haggy woman, I'd rather have everyone here to
wail on it.
Yeah.
Also, what I'll do in between is I will draw a rough map of the hall.
Cool.
And then you can work out where you're going to position guardies and things like that.
If you put a grid, like a grid on it with like A, B, C and 1, 2, 3, then we can go on A1, we'll have a guard, B2, we can go.
Yeah, I'll do something along those lines. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Okay.
Listening, I'm just my eyes are just going crazy now. I think it's just got to that point for me.
Yeah. So there'll be a thing so you can plan the where you want to put guards. I will find this damn item for you. I cannot find at all. Maybe there weren't manacles or cuffs. Maybe I don't know. And I will add it to your inventory.
Cool.
Braces. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Stop torturing the man. We'll find it later.
Braces of defense, braces of archery.
The thing is, he will find
it. Brace.
He will be fast asleep, and then he will suddenly sit
remember it in the middle
at
of the night.
3:30 in the morning. I'll be
I've
like,
got
I know where it is.
And so you are basically prepping for the ball, getting stuff ready. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for playing, everybody. We shall clock off for now. And you hopefully will trap the remainder of the pudding people, capture Lady Umbra, and everything will be fine. It's just what could go wrong.
Everything so much. Oh boy.
and are we letting Jim go off to Diggy's house for a couple of days?
Of course we are, because that's
Hell
payment.
Yeah.
Because that's payment.
I will do a couple of rolls for Jim to kind of.
It was nice knowing Jim.
Get him a report back if he makes it back.
Maybe we should test him for pudding people before and after, because I don't know what like blue people actually feel like. So we should probably test him before we send him into the potential puddingification piece.
Okay. Do you want to taste Jim?
Excuse me.
So you normally test people, is that?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but I didn't lick.
She did.
You did.
Did I?
He tasted weird. Then he started massaging him. Then he felt weird.
I will lick Jim.
Of course you will. Of course you will, Gillian Norn.
I was like, wait a second, I didn't lick him. And then both, yes, you did.
Literally the first thing he did. You're trying to intimidate him. He licked his face. He tasted weird. And he started going.
You went, because I was poking him, you'd lick him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It
remember
was the
now.
strangest interrogation moment. Like, hi. Like,
I'm not invading your personal space, getting in their face. Not like, nah.
Yeah. just so dark. Like,
Really creepy. Really creepy. It was really good. I like it. I like he was like, no, I'm in charge here. Look, you understand, I'm going to start a plot and scream. Ah! What are you doing?
yeah, and like everything that he expected, like with his kind of, like the culture, and it was just completely fucked open
Shattered.
because there was
Shattered.
Killian and
Jackson.
Jackson just like, nah.
The thing is, like,
Jabbing
if
it.
you want to fuck with someone
Yeah.
psychologically in a situation like that,
Poke them in the eye. It's amazing.
just,
I've got you. Ah! Just shatters the concentration.
Yeah.
do
If they're
shit
trying to
like
hold
that.
up like some sort of sheen of deception, and there's guys licking and jabbing them, and it's you wouldn't expect that from an interrogation. You're like, yes, yeah. Oh, this is weird. I don't like it. Okay, cool. We're going to shut the meeting. Thank you very much for playing.
Cool. No,
Thank
I'll
you
get
very
those
much
things
for
done
playing.
for next week. All right.
Cool.
Cheers, guys.
Now you know what we're doing.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.